Hello and welcome to The Drunken Herbalist on YouTube. I'd like to thank you for coming to my channel, watching it. Remember to subscribe, click the bell, of course, to get some notifications. I'm going to be starting a new series and some new videos here. Try these out. If you don't know who I am, my name is Omni. I am owner of Moon Sisters Apothecary, and I am on Facebook, Instagram, and Etsy. So a little background on this. Today we are making sunscreen lotion bars. Yay! And as always, since this is a drunken herbalist episode, remember to have your drinky drink. And remember, hashtag stay hydrated, folks. Anytime I say stay hydrated, take a drink. Whatever it is. Let's get started because this is fun. The first thing we need to do, besides stay hydrated, and yes folks, this is beer, all right, nothing too cray-cray today, is hygiene. Now normally, if you guys see I usually wear head wrap, of course that's for religious purposes, but today I can't find my shaper. But we have this handy dandy whatever the hell this is. I can't get it on. I swear I'm sober. I swear. Okay. Good? Is it all in? No. Alright. Who the fuck cares? Alright. Next, we need some gloves. Because good sustainable practices wants us to have gloves. So yes, once these bars are hardened to a consistency that I like, they will of course be packaged right the way I want them, and I'll have them on the Etsy store, and I'll leave a link on the comments below in our section. This is my first time really doing this, so please be nice. Any bad comments will probably have a bad comment for me too. So I have a potty mouth, people. Watch it. Just watch it. All right. So how are we going to make this? Well, if you want to make this from home, or with some girlfriends or some guy friends, if you want to make this yourself, this is what I recommend. I'm not going to give out a recipe. That is actually, the recipe is going to be on my Patreon page and will be available for my patrons. And if you wanted to subscribe to that, I will put the link below as well for my Patron page. That really helps and supports my equipment, videos like this. And so I want to give a shout out to my boy Jeff, who makes this video possible. Thank you, Jeff. Mwah. Love you, darling. So what are you going to need? Well, bases are going to be coconut oil, shea, pomegranate oil, as well as deodorized, ultra deodorized, refined cocoa butter, and coconut oil. And for those who want to know how I have my shea butter, it comes in these pails. So handy. It is so handy, trust me. Next, what you're going to need, or what I prefer, is beeswax. Now, I don't like the yellow because I just don't like it as much. I prefer either the ivory or the ultra white deodorized beeswax. Now, for those who are vegan, yes, I do make them in vegan format, which would be Candida wax or Carnauba. I prefer Carnauba. For me, that makes just a little bit of a harder bar. So if you prefer the all vegan stay hydrated, see what I mean, version of the bars, please get into my Etsy page, leave a comment on there, get a hold of me through that site, or you can actually message me on my Facebook Messenger page at Moon Sisters Apothecary. I will get back to you right away. My response time is usually within 5 minutes or less. and we can discuss details and what you want. So it's available, but this recipe unfortunately will not be vegan option. Here's that. And you'll want an essential oil. Now, an essential oil is mainly just for scent. It is optional. It can be made without any of that, so no fragrances or essential oils. You'll also need vitamin E. And of course, sunscreen wouldn't be sunscreen without non-nano zinc oxide powder. Without this, you got nothing. So today what we're going to do is we're going to make an SPF of between 20 to 30 SPF. So that's about as good as I'm going to get it. Now, then you're going to decide what molds do you want it in, or what shape do you want to take it in. I have these silicone Wilton square brownie molds. I have 2 of these. And so we're just going to do the one on camera today. And the rest, of course, I'll finish up after editing this bitch. And of course, if you're also a Patreon as well, you get product samples each month. So I've got my product sample that will be filled up with this as well. So that goes to my Patreon. So he has access to that content and everything else. And just because I like it, stay hydrated, because this work really is tough. It gets hot in the kitchen, and you know, you got to cook the oils. So right now I've got my oils setting, actually melting, and they should be ready right about now. All right, so let's go get it. All right, so here are the oils that are melted. Next step, all the beeswax goes in. And sometimes what you're going to find is that your beeswax, of course, takes a while to melt, so you might have to put it on the double boiler again. That's completely okay. Make sure it's on low heat because you don't want to burn it. Nothing is worse than flipping burned wax. I mean, have you ever gone to the salons? Girls, have you ever gone to the salons and got your mustaches waxed? I don't have that problem. But from what I hear, it's a bitch. Smells like nose hairs singeing off, I guess. I don't know. Now, because I had some of my oils in this container, the beeswax wants to stick all up inside there. And sorry for any background noises or anything. Of course, this is a running household, so we've got a little bit of regular noises that are beyond my control. But I didn't have enough for what I totally needed, so I'm just going to add a handful there. Ooh. That would have been bad. Okay, then you whisk this up, and you want to melt the beeswax. Make sure it's fully incorporated and that your oils are hot enough to be able to melt the wax. The fun part is watching it expand and melt. Then I'm going to have to put this back on the double boiler. I'll be right back. Once you have your beeswax all melted in, now is the time you have to quick hurry. Because, of course, the wax, once it starts cooling, will immediately start settling in and cooling off. So we need now to add our zinc oxide. And folks, please be careful when you are using this because it has a tendency to puff out. Then we're going to add our scent enhancer. Just one pipette does the trick. I don't need a whole lot of essential oils, just something to make it smell nice. And now we want to whisk this up into a nice creamy consistency, or hot, kind of hot mess. And since this is warm, stay hydrated. Okay, you're going to also need a container to pour this in, so that way it is easier to pour into these molds, like so. Now, once these bars are done, they're going to be about equivalency of almost 2 ounces per bar, I'd say, pretty close to it. And you want to let these cool down. You can put them in the fridge or freezer, but I do not recommend it, simply because you want it to cool naturally down. Problem would be is that it condenses the water. There isn't, of course, any water in it, but there's water in your freezer, and that will condense all over. And as you can see, it's starting to mix it up again. Make sure that everything from the bottom is dissolving and it doesn't solidify completely on you. You want to take a spatula, make sure all that nano crap gets in there. Now, the problem with this is what you're going to notice is this will set up really fast. This is a quick fix. All you do is put it back in your water bath, which is what I'm going to need to do. And voila, there you have it. I will post some pictures after this video of what they look like once they're hardened. Of course, please allow a good hour before they're done, and technically they are ready to go. Keep in mind that I do not recommend these bars to be, of course, in your car where it's 80 degrees, but they are perfect in a Ziploc bag to take with you to the beach. This is very, very kid friendly and kid safe. And remember, always stay hydrated and have a good night. Thank you for watching my first wonderful tutorial video, and I hope you enjoy. Ow!